Well, hello and welcome to the July issue of the Mover magazine. As you can see, we've got a nice colourful picture of Ian Studd from BAR on the front cover. We've got a major interview with Ian in the magazine this month, and I'm sure you'll enjoy reading it. It's got a lot of interesting things to say, and it comes across in a very open way, and I'm sure you'll enjoy reading it. So do that. Lots of other stuff in here to interest you. There's quite an interesting survey in here that's come from the Canadian Relocation Council, and it talks about people's willingness to move overseas for work. And in fact, it shows that over the period that the survey was done, 5 years, the people are generally feeling less inclined to move away for their jobs. And of course that could be because they're concerned about what's going on in the rest of the world and they want to stay where they are because they feel comfortable, but it also could be that things are better where they are, and so that's just encouraging them to stay put. However, it isn't particularly good news for the moving industry, but it does give you some idea of where people are moving to, where they would like to move to if they go, and where they're most keen to move from, which is kind of interesting. So do have a look at that. What else we've got in here? We've got the interview with Ian Studd that I mentioned earlier on. Please do read that one. And where else have we got? Okay, this story is this is the Euromovers conference, which is held all over Europe and every year. And this year they went to Edinburgh. And so the UK had the benefit of their company, great bunch, and I'm sure you'll enjoy reading about them. If you're a member of Euromovers, then you'll see what you missed. If you were there, then it would be a reminder of what went on. If you're not part of the organisation, then just have a read and to see whether you think maybe there might be an organisation that you'd be interested in joining, because they're a nice bunch of people. What else have we got? There's all the bits and pieces here about mergers and takeovers and all that kind of thing that seems to be going on all the time in our industry at the moment. Everybody seems to be buying somebody or changing something else. Every month we seem to have a story about somebody doing something. Clarks of Amersham is a UK company, nice company, and it's one of these companies that started in effect from nothing and has been built up by the present owners, taking all the usual risks that everybody has to take when they first start a business. I like those kind of stories, I find them really interesting. And talking about interesting stories, there's one here that you will probably know very little about, and I confess, despite the fact that I wrote it, I don't know much about it either. This is about a technology called blockchain. And blockchain is something that until recently I'd never heard of, but it is a technology that I think is going to revolutionise a lot of what we do, not necessarily in the moving industry in particular, but generally. And I know that the shipping industry, for example, is looking very closely at blockchain as a way of smoothing the whole process. In effect, in possibly even removing the need to have shipping documentation at all. The bill of lading could be a thing of the past, possibly, I don't know, but there's an awful lot going on with blockchain at the moment. The story is about it, and if you don't know anything about it at all, then have a read and just watch out for it, because I suspect it's something that we're going to be hearing an awful lot more about in the future. Anyway, I know this is right in the middle of the busy season. It's July, it's right in the middle of the busy season. You're all crazy with work and so on, or at least I hope you are. But please take a few minutes in a quiet moment to read what we said this month. I'm sure you'll find it interesting. Thank you. Bye.